Our next two guests are two authors who have each written books that we thought would be of interest to our viewers. Josefina Bonilla is author of a new book titled Roar If You Have to, 10 Inspirational Tales of Success and the Women Who Roared. Here she shares the 10 tenets that changed her view of success and the experiences of 10 of America's self-made women who inspired her journey along the way. Also on the show, we have author Portia Diane Lee, whose constant pursuit of growth, healing, and ways to enhance her community has led her to write, So I Woke Up, Now What? In this self-help guide, she looks to help heal trauma and to understand what the varying layers of systemic trauma does to each individual from the mind, body, and spirit perspective. We now welcome both Josefina and Portia to the program. Good morning. Thanks for coming in today. Great having you today. Amazing books here. Josefina, let me start with you, your book. Tell me about the title, what it means, Roar If You Have to.
So I think for me it means being deliberate, being intentional, and it means getting pissed off and roaring, being angry, making a change.
Tell me why you wrote this and why 10 women?
So I was actually packing up my office after having founded Color Magazine and giving my notice and saying it was time for me to move on. And I came across a speech that I wrote 7 years earlier, and I thought, wow, this still reflects where I am today. The tenets, be courageous, be bold, bite more than you can chew, all those still resonated for me as I was looking at my next stage. And so I created a book, and I interviewed 10 women that inspired me along my journey.
Okay. Now, Portia, talk to me about your book. Your book, on the other hand, is more about healing the mind, body, and spirit. First of all, just tell me about what you're trying to portray in your book.
Absolutely. So there is a consciousness revolution happening currently. All around the world, people are waking up to ask the questions and to seek a little bit more than they've been given contextually, and to really figure out who are they and how their emotional bodies work, what energy lies within them, what things are there out there about their emotional bodies that they don't know, how does trauma tie into your emotional body, and how does that play out systemically. So this book is really targeting those aspects of our beings overall, really providing the complete triad of mind, body, spirit. So.
Now, you use your personal life mission to reach as many people as possible, isn't that correct?
Absolutely. So I actually own a wellness center called Day 7 Wellness Center. And, we've got a vast reach of clientele now, and where we're really focused on, again, mind, body, spirit, wellness activities overall. My personal focus is to help aid and release trauma from a cellular restoration process. So I use a lot of blended modalities, but overall more energetic psychology, cognitive behavioral therapy, emotional therapy, and things of that nature. So.
Who are you aiming your book at, your readers?
Everyone. There's something in this for everyone, and I did that very intentionally so that I didn't, leave out any demographic, but the book is within reach of everybody, and I really broke it down to understand and really, point out the links to all that there is.
Josefina, who would you say is your target audience, a target segment for your book, and who could benefit from reading it, you think?
I wrote it with the intention of having women read it that were looking to make a change in their lives. A person that is looking to become an entrepreneur after being in a corporation for X amount of years. I wrote it for people that just needed inspiration, that wanted to say, I can do that too. This is the way they did it. I can do it as well.
Talk to me about who some of these 10 women are that you feature in your book.
So I have Dr. Beverly Edgehill that talks about being courageous. And she's from here, so I'm going to name a couple that are from here as opposed to the other women that I celebrated in the book. Yvonne Garcia talks about biting more than you can chew, because sometimes we create barriers before we even make decisions. And so she talks about things that she did to be successful. I talk about Amelia Ceja, who is in Napa, and she has a vineyard and how she started it. I talk about her being bold, taking that step. Among Camille Ali Jackson, who...
By the way, the woman who in the Napa, she started picking the grapes, you were saying?
She did. She started picking grapes alongside her parents when she first moved here from Mexico.
And she ended up
Owning the vineyard.
wow, amazing.
So it's pretty amazing, and you don't hear these stories, and those are the stories that kind of help other women, other people just kind of go through their journey of success.
Well, sounds very inspirational. Portia, I hear that your book has a bit of a connection with the New England Patriots.
Not quite. So my book is has a little bit of my testimony in it, which are some of the things that helped me embark on consciousness and overall emotional well-being overall. However, my link to the Patriots is that I have 2 children, and my youngest son, his father plays for the New England Patriots. That's the only connection there.
Okay, all right, okay, okay, all right, okay. Do you want to tell us which player? If you don't. It's personal, so you don't have to.
It is personal.
Okay. All right. Josefina, I saw one of your chapters is titled Ignore the Naysayers. What do you mean by that?
So I think when you start a new journey, right, there's going to be so many people that you either put in the column of supporters or you put in the column of naysayers, people that just tell you why you shouldn't do it. You just have to ignore those folks. Completely ignore them.
Okay.
And move forward.
Any more books for you, Portia?
Absolutely. There's about 2 to 3 in the Pikes that are coming out pretty soon. So.
And what about you, Bonilla?
I do have one. It's very different than what I wrote, but it's good.
Well, great. 2 very great works of inspiration. Josefina Bonilla, that's the author. The book is Roar If You Have To. And Portia Diane Lee, the author, and the book is So I Woke Up, Now What? Thank you very much for coming in, and good luck with your book sales.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, that's it for this edition of Urban Update. I'm Byron Barnett. For all of us here at Urban Update, have a great Sunday, everyone.